Using words like everyone, everybody, always, these are big words that can really deceive us. They really can. And it's kind of a natural thing that we do as people, especially as salespeople. But we need to really evaluate this and correct it. And that's what we're going to talk about right here, right now on the Mortgage Loan Officer podcast, brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. Hello, I'm your host, Frank Array, flying solo today. But I wanted to bring something up, and that is this. When we deploy, in our case as mortgage marketing animals and breakfast clubbers, when we deploy the daily success plan, a big part of that is reaching out to real estate agents that we have already researched and understand are what we call qualified agents. And when we say qualified agents, we're referring to agents that have at least 8 buy sides in the last 12 months. Now, and if you think about it, 8 buy sides in the past 12 months ain't a lot. And so that's but kind of the bottom rung of the ladder threshold. So agents that have more than that obviously are of a little higher. How do I say this? I don't mean to be this demeaning. They just have more business, right? So if we can find agents that have, 10, 15, 20 buy sides in the past 12 months, those are, you know, um, but how do I hate saying this? Those are agents that we would probably have more success in getting some business out of if we were able to connect with them and build a relationship with them, right? Because they have more. And so naturally, you're going to get some more. You'd be able to get more. 8 would be the minimum, though. And so one of the process that we go through to connect with these agents and start to develop a relationship with them so we can get business out of them, of course, is that first we research and make sure what they're doing. And if they fit they fit the mold of being what we call a qualified agent, then we begin to engage with them through phone calls, right? And whilst we're engaging with agents, of course, right now, especially in markets that are a little tight, or markets where refinances aren't so prevailing, then many loan officers are going to start making calls to real estate agents. What they're going to do. I would tell you that a lot of them don't really have a good plan, and a lot of them probably are not going to exhibit very good consistency and follow up. But on the daily success plan, we have a way, right? And our way is 12 weeks of follow up, once a week for 12 weeks. And along that path of following up with a phone call once a week for 12 weeks in an effort to get an appointment with them, many times it's called the coffee appointment. And I think it doesn't have to be literal coffee. The coffee appointment is the nature of the appointment. Like we're going to get together and have coffee. We're going to break some bread. We're going to get to know each other. So we want to get an appointment. That could be certainly a physically meeting someone somewhere, or a Zoom call. It could even be over the phone. But it's that get together where we just kind of get to know each other, and we can get into details another time on what we talk about on those get-togethers. But that's not the point of this one. The point of this podcast today, and I thought was just really important to get out there, is that if you're new to this, or if you're thinking I'm going to give this a try, and you start making calls. I mean, we like to call at least 30, 30 a week, where we're trying to get an appointment with them. If you don't have a lot of business, you should be calling a lot more than that. But at minimum, let's say 30, to try and set an appointment with them. And so, like I said, when refis aren't so prevailing, these agents are going to be getting a lot of calls. And so what they wind up doing sometimes, some of them, is maybe not being so responsive to the phone call, right? Maybe not answering, that kind of a thing. And if they do answer, once in a while, you may get an agent who, gives you a little bit of pushback, some grief. Hey, I don't like this. Stop doing this. I've even heard people say that agents have said, I think you're hurting yourself by making so many calls. I literally have heard that as a response from agents. Like, you're not helping yourself by doing this. We got to understand is everybody's different, right? Everybody's different. And Carl White has always made the point that, look, man, it's 16%. 16%. He's made millions of dollars off of 16%. 16% of people that he calls actually have the appointment with him. 16% of those people actually start sending him business, right? Then 25% of the business that they send actually closes. So this is all a numbers game. But here's what I wanted to point out is how dangerous it is for us, especially if we're newer at this, and or we're thinking on embarking on this plan. It's really dangerous if we get some negative feedback while making a call to assume that, quote unquote, everybody else is feeling that way or all of them are feeling that way. Uh, it's really dangerous for us to think that way. You can't do that. You have to. Carl says, flick that little negative Nelly off your shoulder. You cannot think that way because it's simply not true. Will some agents give you some grief and pushback? Yeah, of course. So, will some agents like never pick up the phone and you're leaving 12 voicemails? Yes, of course. Right. Well, I just wanted to, for those of us who might, or those of you who might be listening, who kind of are in the mindset of, no, I think it would be annoying to call them once a week for 12 weeks. I don't think that they would appreciate that. Putting this in your own mind. Nobody else is putting this in your mind. And maybe you're even doing this because you had one negative phone call, right? Maybe two. Okay. So now you're making the decision that everybody's like this. I want to read you something. This was on the Loan Officer Breakfast Club Facebook group, which is totally free. You guys, if you're not part of the Loan Officer Breakfast Club Facebook group, you should be there because a lot of stuff gets talked about. This is a gentleman. His name is Dennis. And he says this. He said, met this agent for breakfast. Okay. So that was the meeting in October. Okay. So this is a post meeting agent, already had the meeting. So was able to get through the 12 calls to, at least get the meeting going. Had a meeting with an agent in October. Now, for perspective, it's December. It's almost the end of December here. So October, November, December. So almost at 12 weeks for follow up after he had the meeting with this agent. So we do 12 weeks of follow up to get the appointment. Then after the appointment, we do 12 weeks of follow up to try and get a referral out of these qualified producing agents. So met with this agent for breakfast in October, called every week, doing the daily success plan, doing the plan. Congratulations, Dennis. Today, and this is in December, right? This is the middle of December. Well, closer to the end of December. He finally answers. So this, we would assume that he's been calling and not getting he's not answering, right? So today he answers and says, I'm going to send you people in the next 2 days because you call me every week to remind me. And I like it. I'm going to send you people in the next 2 days because you call me every week to remind me. And I like it. So my question is if you tend to think that by making these persistent weekly calls that continually go to voicemail, if you tend to think that they're not answering because they don't like it, how would you respond to this? How do you answer this? Right? Again, the point of this quick podcast is stop assuming things. Stop it. Okay. Look, I'm a salesperson. I appreciate good follow up. I do. If somebody's continually reaching out to me about something, even if I'm not answering, I know they're there. I appreciate the effort. I do. Right. But then again, I'm a 35-year seasoned professional. I think seasoned professionals feel that way. I think most of them do. And if we're going to be pursuing agents, in an effort to build a relationship, in an effort to be able to, receive warm referrals from those agents, I think seasoned, experienced agents would be the ones that we would want to engage with. Right. And my experience has shown me that these agents who have been around a long time, they've seen it all. Not all of them. We can't ever say all. We can't say everyone. We can't say everybody. but I'd say a good number of them that I've engaged with, they appreciate good salesmanship. They like it, right? If they see somebody's on it and consistent, that shows them there's something to this person. You got to think about this. If you're getting voicemail after voicemail after voicemail in your pursuit of a qualified agent, isn't isn't there some sort of a vetting going on there? I mean, there really is. There really is. I know if someone was pursuing me in such a way, and they call me every week, I might not answer for the first 3 or 4 weeks, or might not pick it up. Maybe a big part of me would be because I don't know who this person is. I don't know them that well. I don't know how consistent they are, how engaged they are, right? Tell you, man, if you look up the stats, most people stop after like the second call. That's that's in the high 90 percentile range. 90 something percent of people are going to just quit after like the second call, maybe the third call. They're just done. They don't go any further. People know that. I know that. You know that. What does that mean? It means you're really not there. You're really not, you know, you're not necessarily that consistent of a person who's really after it if you stop that quickly. So, in this case, I just want to, relook at the response here. This agent said, now this is after almost 12 weeks of voicemail phone calls from this loan officer. The agent says, I'm going to send you some people in the next 2 days because you call me every week to remind me and I like it. Right? Proved yourself to me. You're someone I think I can count on. That's what it does for someone, is that consistency shows that you're someone who can be counted on. That's what it's all about. Now, look, man, I know a lot of us tend to just, man, I wish I could just get, quick results. I just want something today. I want something today. I made three weeks of calls. I haven't gotten anything. This isn't working. I'm sorry, man, but to have a sustainable business, a career, something with deep roots, right? It just doesn't happen that way. It just doesn't. Especially if you're looking to develop relationships with real estate professionals that are experienced, seasoned professionals with a steady stream of business. You're not going to just make 2 phone calls and get their business. What are you out of your mind? Don't think they don't have relationships already? Think they haven't been around the block once or twice? No, man. You want to step up and work with the pros, you got to be a pro. And part of being a pro is being consistent, proving yourself, showing you can be counted on. That's a big part of it, right? So I don't know. That's kind of all I wanted to share today. I just want to let you know that if you do get kicked in the gut once in a while calling agents, and you have someone kind of smash you, stop, you're just ruining everything for everybody and you're just not really benefiting yourself. You get one of those things, and all you can do is go, okay, see you later, and go to the next one, because there's so many people out there. There's so many of them that are doing great, by the way, just kicking butt, that have business, that are worth the pursuit, that are worth the time to you. Because if you pick a few of those up, right, that could be hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to you, right? As long as you take good care of them. It's not just getting them, it's taking good care of them. Again, going back to the daily success plan, it's designed to make sure you take very, very good care of them once they start giving you business. Let's not drop that ball. Okay. It's one thing to get the relationship started, to get a referral on your plate, but it's another thing to make sure that it was an amazing experience that makes them just want to give you the rest of what they've got because it was so good. Again, the daily success plan helps with that. So I hope this made sense to you. A little short one today, but I just wanted to get it out there. And let me know your thoughts, man. Hit me up, whatever. You can always get to me through Mortgage Marketing Animals. I'm accessible there, or through the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. If you're not a member of Loan Officer Breakfast Club, which is absolutely free coaching, 30 minutes a day, Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time on a free Zoom call. I would encourage you to do that. Go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. And also, if you want to really learn more about the Daily Success Plan and how this can literally change your life, just go to dailysuccessplan.com, dailysuccessplan.com, and let us help you. That's what we do. That's what we're in the business of at Mortgage Marketing Animals and Freedom Club. So with that, I'll sign off. Remember, it's not everybody. It's not all of them. It's not the agents in my area are different. No, they're not. They're people. That's what they are. It's not everyone. It's not everybody. It's some. Some will be negative. But you know what? There's a whole lot that'll be positive. So just keep that in mind. That real estate agent said, I'm sending you some people in the next 2 days because you call me every week to remind me, and I like it. There's a lot of other agents out there like that. Just go find them. All right, you have a good one, man. We'll catch up with you later here on the Mortgage Loan Officer podcast. Have a great day, a great week, and we'll catch up with you later. See you. Bye-bye.